How you guys doing? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of modification to the engine. We're going to up some more power. The way we're going to do that is with some headers. So the typical thing that you do when you first get your car, you want to get a little bit more power, but you don't want it to be too expensive. First things you do are intake, headers, and exhaust. It doesn't give you a great amount of horsepower unless you tune it, but it does up it by a couple, so you can definitely feel it. I wasn't planning on buying headers because of the fact that they're like $500 to $700, maybe even more depending on the brand that you go with. And if I'm planning to either boost it or swap it, the headers that I buy are basically going to be useless and I'm going to have to sell them later on. But something that helped me get the headers was going to 86 Fest. So they had a raffle at 86 Fest where you can win some suspension components, some coupons for a supercharger, headers, parts for AE86s, all kinds of stuff. So I decided, why not? Let's buy some raffle tickets, put it on some stuff, and guess what? I won some headers for the FRS. So I'm gonna get a little bit more power. I'm gonna get to show you guys a video of how to install it, and it's gonna be fun. Get a little bit more horses up. So I was talking with some of the guys at Arizona 86, and they said that when I'm swapping out my header, make sure to use the stock gaskets for the exhaust seal, because those are a lot better than the ones that come with the kit. And do it while it's hot. So let's go ahead and do that. So we do not want to have any exhaust leaks. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on removing this first panel right here. What you're going to need is a 10mm socket, a 12mm socket, and a flathead screwdriver to remove some of the plastic clips that are here. Now the next step is to remove your oxygen sensors. You want to make sure you remove those before you remove your actual header, because of the fact that if you don't, you might have a chance at damaging your oxygen sensor, which can be very expensive. So we're going to go ahead and remove those first. I have a special socket that is used for removing the oxygen sensors, or you can just use a regular 7/8 wrench. So go ahead and remove those. Okay, the first oxygen sensor has been removed. There it is. So now we have to go to the second one. Okay, now let's go ahead and remove the bolts that are holding up the header to the engine. There should be a total of 6 bolts plus 2 bolts that are connected to the overpipe. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all of the nuts that are holding up the header, and what's holding it up right now are the studs that are connected to the overpipe. Now all you have to do is move it around a little bit to be able to get it out. If you're having a little bit of trouble removing the header itself, something that helped me was to go ahead and pry it from the overpipe to be able to pull it out a little bit. And wiggle it out. And there it is. It's out. Now it is time to go ahead and put this one on. I'm going to be using the same factory gaskets that the car comes with, because the ones that come with the kit don't really last as long as the OEM ones do. I'm going to be using the OEM gaskets with the header. There we go, finally got the header on. Now all I have to do is bolt it on. Let me show you how it looks like. Next up after putting on your header, obviously, was to put on your oxygen sensor. So there goes one of them right there. There's one oxygen sensor. Here's the other one, which will be going right there. So So the header system comes with this right here, which you are supposed to put on your secondary oxygen sensor to make sure that your check engine light does not turn on. So the first one, the one before cat, stays on normally, so it functions, so it gives you the correct air to fuel ratio. And this one is to keep your check engine off. So this one, you're gonna put it onto the second hole farthest from the engine, where we will connect the oxygen sensor right here, and this will go where the oxygen sensor should go on the header. So let's go ahead and put that on. And there it is installed. That's exactly how it goes. All it is to separate the oxygen sensor from the header itself. That way it has a lower reading than the first one, and therefore not throw a check engine light. So let's go ahead and continue bolting on the rest of it. There it is, all completely installed and bolted on, tightened down to specs. All you have to do is put your cover back on and go make some noise. Now make sure that you are not exhaust leaking anywhere, because those noises can be pretty annoying. So make sure you tightened everything down and that the gaskets are actually functioning properly for you. You don't want to go ahead and put everything back together and cover it all up and then find out you have an exhaust leak. So make sure you check that before.